Hello, and welcome to my creative diary. I am Marisha. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to join me. Summer is officially here, so what better way to celebrate than to create this sweet ice cream card? Let's get started. First, I'm going to bring in scrapbook.com's two new pops of color, Orange Creamsicle and Flamingo. I'm going to apply the pops of color on this cardstock, and just to make sure that it is even, I'm going to bring in my palette knife and smooth the pops of color. Once I'm done applying Flamingo, I'm going to bring in the Orange Creamsicle pops of color and repeat this step. Once this panel is completely dry, I'm going to bring in scrapbook.com's Sweet Scoops Ice Cream Cone die set, and I'm going to use the ice cream die to die cut this panel to create my ice cream cone for this card. I use scrapbook.com's circle nested die set to die cut a gold circle and white circle. I'm going to bring in Distress Oxide's Pick Raspberry, and using my blending brush, I'm going to apply the oxide around the edge of this circle. I'm then going to adhere the smaller circle to the gold mat. I then decided to bring in Distress Oxide's Festive Berries because this color was a closer match to my card base. So I'm basically repeating the last step by using my blending brush to apply the oxide. No worries about the oxide being on the gold mat. I'm going to show you how I'm going to remove that in just a moment. I'm then going to spritz it with water, and then using my paper towel, I'm going to soak up the excess. I'm going to use the wet part of the paper towel, and I'm going to run it along the gold mat, removing the oxide. Now it's time for the next step. Using one of my favorite die sets, which is scrapbook.com's Thank You No. 3 Sentiment die set, I die cut the thanks sentiment out of white and black mirrored cardstock. I'm going to head on over to my Misty, where I'm going to bring in scrapbook.com's Sweet Scoops stamp set. I'm going to select the Thanks for Making Life So Sweet sentiment stamp. I'm going to position it on the door of my Misty, and I'm going to use my mint tape to mask off the thanks since I'm using the thanks die cut. I'm going to ink up my stamp. I'm then going to remove the mint tape, and then I'm going to stamp the sentiment. Just to ensure I have a good impression, I'm going to repeat the steps. So I'm going to bring back in my piece of mint tape. I'm going to cover the thanks sentiment, and I'm going to ink up the bottom portion of the stamp. After I remove the mint tape, I'm then going to stamp the sentiment. I'm now going to bring in Honeybee Stamp's Sentiment Banner dies, and I'm going to position it on this sentiment. I'm going to use my mint tape to secure the die, and then I'm going to run it through my die cutting machine. I am now going to assemble the card. Now the panel is from scrapbook.com's Berry Sweet paper pack, and I die cut that down to size off camera. So I'm going to apply some Artis liquid adhesive to the panel, and then I'm going to adhere it to the card base. On the back of the circle, I decided to add foam tape because I want to add some dimension to the card. After I remove the release paper, I'm then going to adhere that to the card front. Since it is officially summer and it is hot outside for many of us, let me know, what is your favorite ice cream? I love cookies and cream. That is my all-time favorite. I also love the strawberry crunch ice cream bars. If anybody knows what I'm talking about, I think it's called strawberry shortcake. I can't think of it, but it is so good. It's on a stick and has little crunchies on it. Oh my goodness, the ice cream is so good. And I love a good banana split. Love it. Let me know below. I'm now going to add a piece of foam tape to the back of my sentiment banner. I'm then going to add just a little bit of liquid adhesive, and then from there I'm going to position and adhere it to my card front. To add a final touch to this card, I decided to bring in a few pearl embellishments and adhere them to the ice cream, making this card complete. Thank you for joining me on today. I do appreciate you, as always, for stopping by. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to have you join the Bell Rose family. Don't forget to like this video and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on new tutorials. I am sending you love and a whole lot of hugs. Until the next crafty project, please take care.